Yeah, that's it.
I mean, you know,
The GSL zoom in there for the players.
shout out for Drown, yeah, shout out for Drown, but only because he actually appeared on my chat. Gosh damn you, buddy.
If you want, man, you can follow my view and I'll do the obs and you can cast.
I would be more than happy to do that actually, as I am incredibly lazy. So, and gonna be incredibly lazy with this cast as well. So, obviously, you know, Fade versus IXL. Big,
Lazy is your middle name. Bottom left, we have the green Terran. Resin playing for Fade. And in the kind of middle right, we have the yellow Protoss, Dun, playing for 9th Legion. This is actually our first clan war in Bronze Platinum. Last night we had our first overall clan war, which was pretty good. We actually managed to take a win against Team Cube, who have also won WCG championships in the Philippines and so on. So, not a bad way to splash onto the scene, I should think.
kind of exciting actually. You know, TVP, love it. I mean, it's a fairly balanced matchup as far as.
An STV doing some disco spins there,
Yeah.
falling down a barracks.
I don't really like the spawning positions, to be honest. I think the spawning positions just by themselves may tilt this more towards the Protoss player.
Yeah.
Just because it's so easy just to spawn, well, to walk their units just straight onto the low ground and just run in.
I would actually rather it be cross spawns on this, like WCS, Metalopolis or something.
Well, that's.
Yeah, but that's the luck of the draw, though, right? So
Yeah.
Well, there's that too, but I'm interested that you think it's Protoss favored in that regard. I'd say it's you know, because of the locations.
Well, I mean,
it'd
he
be
can
more
get-
drop oriented for the Terran.
Yeah, and he's going to be able to easily defend himself here with siege tanks and stuff if he decides to. Like, the way he has...
Not that SCV. Sorry, just
No,
that
that was
SCV
good.
is actually really good.
That was good.
Also, get a bit of a scout up here, see what's going on for the Terran. Standard orbital. He's got an early supply just to get a wall off to make sure no cheese is going to come in the front door like early Zealot and Stalker or something.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if he does place a siege tank right next to this barracks here, he can kind of protect his whole ram as the Protoss tries to engage him. He can kind of shell it on the way in.
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, if you wanna go along the bottom of one of the bases for us, if you know what I mean, like towards, I'll do it my bloody self. I'm the stream host even. If you look, if you look
didn't hear what
along
you were
there,
talking about.
along the edge of the base, they can still do some like blink play up into the main. So even
Yeah,
if he
that's
does
true.
put the siege tank there, not all hope is lost for any kind of tactical craziness.
Yeah, and there's not really any kind of thing. I believe this up the top right of the Terran base here, the bottom left doesn't really allow for Reapers or anything like that. 'Cause it's blocked off completely.
I'm just laughing at the chat, sorry. I'm also wondering if I should put more enthusiasm in, but really, I'm not sure if
He's
I
actually
can.
getting double refinery here. Resin is.
Now this might be, it might be just some early barracks upgrades like concussive or stim.
I really don't want to say one base all in, but I think
Well,
double refinery going
I don't know,
down.
man. It wouldn't shock me.
I mean, not to
Would not
down
shock
talk
me
the
at all.
Fade guys or anything, but the rumours that I've heard are kind of really cheesy 2 base all-ins, 1 base all-ins.
Then again, like
Gemma!
it could be anything, of course. It could be absolutely anything. But for the moment, a bit of marine pressure pushing that Zealot back, denying the natural. I mean, anything could be going on behind the Marines. He has no idea right now.
Just
But that could actually throw him off, thinking it maybe it's some sort of expand,
Sure.
but the reality is it's on one base.
And he's got Stalkers coming to try and back him up here. And hopefully fend off these Marines. I don't think they're going to be able to do too much damage if they're doing this micro is good.
He should be
There we
able to
go.
have micro, but he's going to
It will
sacrifice
be
the Zealot.
back. Possibly get the Zealot. Yep.
Yeah, but these Stalkers should be able to hold.
Yeah.
No worries.
I think I heavily underestimate the power of my own units.
Yeah, Resin actually isn't backing up here. He's got an army at home, but has decided not to back up that push and kind of take the timing, which I think is a bad decision. I think he should push with everything he's got right now. Because he actually could get in, do some damage, maybe take out a couple of pros, run into the base. It looks like Adun might be gearing up for a 4-gate or something. Oh no.
Just have a bit of a poke with the Stalkers, see what these spots run back. It's not going to be any sort of big pressure or push. Just to know where he stands against the Terran player.
And this is where he's going to scout the Mass Marine, and he's going to know some type of all-in kind of thing is going to head his ways very soon.
Starport's just out of range of that site, so he doesn't actually know what's happening in the base. All he knows is he has a lot of Marines and barracks.
That is pretty good placement. He's got he's got an expansion coming up now, as he's probably going to try and place it down behind some pressure, because he's got the medevacs coming up here. We might see some drop play.
It's seeming that way. Getting siege for the siege tanks is kind of unusual. The only thing I can imagine with siege tank, unless you're ruined, of course, is doing some sort of 1-1-1 push.
Well, I mean, look at him. He's got the starport and everything. Oh, he's expanding. What?
Yeah.
Why? Oh my goodness. Maybe he's backing off that decision.
Here comes that drop.
Ooh.
It's going to come right into Adun's main. He's got sentries at the front of his ramp. He's like kind of, I guess, maybe a bit relaxed because he thinks he's got that to defend him. Doesn't have to worry about too much.
And here comes the drop.
Observer isn't going to scout that. He's got a siege tank in that
siege
drop.
tank is done, so he can just siege up and then just hold the position.
This is going to be
here we go.
Interesting to see how he handles this. He's deciding to try and snipe the Twilight as opposed to going straight for workers. That was an interesting choice.
Unfortunately, it's not going to do the damage they need because the Immortal just rips through siege tanks.
Absolutely. Deciding to try and snipe the Twilight. I don't even believe that the Terran got a kill there.
Oh shit.
Workers.
Oh shit.
It's currently
down to units lost tab. The Terrans lost quite a significant amount compared to the Protoss player who expanded early, so he has a definite lead here.
And the Protoss does actually have an observer in the Terran's base, so I'm pretty sure he knows everything that's going to happen. He's got another rack, he's going to expand his macro. Excuse me. And I think the Protoss might be going for a push here.
It's going to be upgrading charge for the Zealots, so their Marines will become quick work.
I think he really needs to scout and siege up these tanks, because if he gets caught unprepared, these force fields will rip the Marines in half, and then it could be GG.
I like the Templar tech coming up.
Yep, so the siege has gone down, scaring away that army.
What I'd like to see is a warp prism being incorporated, so it can kind of drop the Immortals in, or just anything on top of that army.
Yeah. He has another spare medevac. He could use even just 4 or 5 Marines right now, dropped in Adun's base, because he has no defense whatsoever. He could actually get quite a lot of kills with his army being so far away.
True.
He's going to try and bait some units into the siege tanks here.
Adun does need to move his observer to get scout to the high ground, and he could possibly pick off a siege tank with his Immortals.
Oh well, we'll see what happens, I suppose.
Well, behind that, Adun's getting armor upgrades as well as Psionic Storm, so he's going to be switching into High Templar tech to make short work of these Marines.
Looks like our combat shield about to go up. Hallucination, so he's had to focus DPS on the Colossus. But
unfortunately, it didn't do any sort of damage that was needed.
Yeah,
and he was held off.
There we go.
He needs that
Phoenix
air scout.
Here comes the engagement with the Marines in the siege tank, actually unsieging and pushing towards the pylon.
I'm still confused as to why he, could use force fields instead of hallucinations and run his observer in for the. Then he wouldn't have had to pull back either when the hallucination got destroyed. But it doesn't look like it's going to matter. That siege tank is going down, as will all of those Marines.
I would really like to see some medevac focusing. There we go. One medevac goes down. The siege tank's going to get obliterated, and the
it looks like the
army
Immortals are pretty much at full health.
completely
This
gone.
is a
Immortals are pretty good units.
Immortals.
This is why we don't go mech.
It's a fairly, big understatement.
Second best Protoss unit. Second best Protoss unit next to the force field. Yes, I will classify the force field as a unit.
I think it's so strong that it needs to be.
Maybe.
It does need its own supply. I'll tell you that.
Actually, no, it needs its own health. It needs its own health, right? So you can attack it.
Oh, they're gonna be incorporating that into Heart of the Swarm with the things them Oracle lay down on the mineral lines.
That'll be
Oh,
quite
exactly.
interesting. That wall
Well,
just
it-
melting
Is it-
like butter to the Immortals
It's gonna
shots
be GG
there.
any moment.
Not even slowing him down.
Just waiting for the GG at this point. And he's going to
And
pull
he's
the
backing up with
SEVs
some-
just because why not?
More Zealots, there's the GG.
Alright.
Yes.
That's all I have to say about that.
Cool. Hi, Gemma. Anyway, so this map actually, Fade had the choice of map with this one. They had also the choice of player. Mr. Badass is a Zerg and has chosen Ohana, which we know it's a bit difficult to get a quick third against Protoss on this map because of the destructible rocks here between the second and third, if you're looking at that. But it's also really good for creep spread and controlled engagements and stuff like that. You can really get map control easily only by getting these two towers, which is just really useful. The cost of 50 minerals, you can see the entire map. So anyway,
Ohana
the top...
is a very strange map to choose as a Zerg player.
Mm.
With all the other choices there were, Ohana is...
Maybe because of the rush distance? Maybe he's going to pull some cheese or something?
It is a very, very short distance.
Yeah. So in the bottom right, we have the yellow Protoss playing for the North Legion, Adun. Cheer now. The applause sign starts flashing. The top left, we have the pink Zerg, Mr. Badass playing for Fade. We haven't
Where's
seen him.
Infeza when you need him with his... Infeza does the best Korean commentator impressions.
Yeah.
I haven't heard better ones. I heard him at ACL and I was just blown back. I was like, do we have a Korean here? And Dram was like, nah, man, it's Infeza. And I was like, what? Are you kidding?
I'd love to see a stream now. Would be terrific.
That's funny.
So it looks like he's actually not going to send that
12
first...
pull. 12 pull by the Zerg. We're going to be seeing some early pressure against Adun right now, so he better get that forge up and get some cannons out as soon as possible. Otherwise, the Zerg
scouted
will
it.
rain down on him.
Yeah.
I like this. I wonder if he'll actually react accordingly, or whether he'll just kind of robot into his build, which he may have just been,
Yeah, well, there's the forge
goes
first.
straight down.
Well, there you go.
If he gets this wall up in time,
It's
this early time he's going to backfire.
it's going to be
That's all there is to say
close. Actually, no, it won't be that close. Actually.
It doesn't even look like he's going to try and take a 2-base, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at the production tab. I thought it was going to be close. It might. I can't judge that actually, but you can see he's saved up like 3 lava there, and he's already done 4 Zerglings, and there's the oh no, that's an Overlord.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be
So-
back in 1 second, sorry guys.
That's alright. He obviously didn't prepare for sprouting more than 2 pairs of Zerglings there, but you can see now a gateway and cannon going down, and soon to be the Nexus. We have a drone just chilling out in the base of a dune, and
It's a very, very standard opening, just a delayed Nexus because of the reaction to the spawning pool. But
absolutely
only 4 lings. I found that very unusual. If you're going to do it, I mean, my theory is if you're going to do it, you commit and you go all
Well-
in. Like, no guts, no glory, but
Well, I mean,
Perhaps-
if you looked, he
Yes.
he didn't have the supply for it. He kind of effed it up. And, in fact, he made the third one an Overlord because he didn't have the supply for like the third pair of lings, which I thought was a
so
bit
just
poor.
transition out of some failed cheese.
Yeah, this I don't know. Could it doesn't really put
Drops
you
the
that far
second
behind,
and
I
the
don't think.
third instantly at the same time.
Well, I mean, why not, man? Got to make up. For
And we're just going to
lost
see
time.
classic Zerg macro. That's all we're going to see, man. Just classic Zerg macro. Just sit back,
Just-
make drones, and wait for that glorious 6-minute mark to check the gas.
It's a
And that's all there
friggin'
is.
typical ZVP yet again. Like there's nothing abnormal about that apart from the opening, which he kind of botched heavily. But I guess it was smart to
Oh, well.
transition out of, as he would have had the drone in there and he would have seen it would have been a bit late. I mean, but you try. You should have just 6-pulled instead, really, if you're just going to do something like that. It's got
That's
overlord
true.
position.
A 12 pull is very unusual, but then again, this isn't like a Masters Cup game. This is the lower league, so you can expect a bit more crazy styles.
I have to remember that. I have to keep reminding myself of that.
That's it. So the hatchery is almost done. One of them finishes and the other one's about to, and then I expect to see a few more queens pop out. Just for them injects as well as for defense.
Actually,
Back.
I just want to ask you something. That 12 pull.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yep.
Would you say it's better doing a 12 pull as opposed to a 14 pull if you want to take down potential blocking pylons? Because someone says it was actually for taking down pylon blocks.
Well, on this particular map, for example, because of the supply depot at the bottom of the ramp, you can't actually block the ramp. But hypothetically, if it wasn't there, I would still 14 or 15 pull even anyway. And if you want to take down pylons, you can use a drone. Like, for me personally, I patrol a drone at the bottom of the ramp at around 16 supply, so they can't drop them pylons as well as the cannon. Or if things go crazy, if the situation gets a bit hairy, you could always just drone drill.
Got a bit of pressure going on the third, man.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like he's going to actually lose that, making some panic zerglings, but they're going to come a bit too late.
Muckering the zealots back to make sure the zerglings take just that slight extra amount of time to get to him and do damage. Oh my god, he's actually going to lose that. He's got a couple of zerglings hitting rocks, but he's brought his 2 queens over now and a pack of zerglings. He's probably not going to save it. It's going to be
Not
close.
enough for a transfuse either.
No, oh man.
Unfortunately.
Oh, inches away there. So if we thought he was behind before, just think about
Well, now he has a whole lot of zerglings sitting around doing nothing. He could take out the rocks, that's an option. He could throw them away. That's another option. That's the option I normally do when I play versus Protoss, but
Oh, well, he's going for a very early lair here. Do you reckon we might be able to see some Nidus play? I don't know. He could go to Nidus. Not sure.
Nidus is very uncommon, but it actually wouldn't surprise me, considering the leagues that there are. He only has 1 mining gas right now, so he doesn't have that many options as towards tech. He would have to grab a few more gases if he wants to do any kind of tech-related things, but apart from that, I imagine just droning until he feels comfortable. However, at Dun's base, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gates and a 7th one already finished. Just about to finish, as well as the sentries and the immortal.
And just to pull it back to what Zerg is thinking, we actually see a Spire in the main base there, so thinking about Muta play, but against this...
Unfortunately, it's going to come way too late. There's not going to be... 1, the Spire's not going to be finished, and 2, there's not going to be anywhere near enough gas. I mean, he'd only just put down 3 of his gases, and right now the pylon's going down, so we prepare for some all-in right now.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to...
Classic 2 base.
He's going to demolish him, man. He's going to demolish him. He's also got a Warp Prism coming out, so, you know, 2-pronged attack, potentially. I mean, if
He's
the
not going to be
pylon
holding
fails,
that third.
No, nothing is going to be held here. I mean,
Good luck holding the third, let alone the game.
I mean, he went for Spire Tech, and I don't know. I mean...
There's the Changeling in the base. He just spotted absolutely everything.
Oh, yeah?
He knows what's going on now.
Oh, God.
So
And now it's too late.
here we go. Killing everything with sentries because why not? It seems like fun. And the slow Zerglings come to attack the sentries, but, you know, good old Force Field, the best unit in the game, and that's it.
Oh, I got back as the GG was played.
It was pretty bad, man.
Man, you missed it. You mixed the 6 gate. You never see them, ever.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
4 people. Anyway, Metropolis. What do you guys reckon of Metropolis? Especially in PvZ.
pretty strong for Protoss. There's a lot of spots for proxy pylons. A lot of blink, harass, or cliff abuse can go on. Short void ray rush distance, you know, stuff like this.
That's true. That's true.
The Zerg has a wreckage if they want a 3-base, and then the third is really kind of opening. You know, it's got that long creep expand to the third and stuff. So, in my opinion, this favors Protoss a little bit.
I agree completely.
Oh, hang on. Let's get a Protoss opinion of this.
All right, go on, man.
All right, let's
Yeah.
I want a factual-based argument as to why this is overpowered for Zerg.
Okay. I haven't played the map recently, so I have no opinion. Now let's move into the game.
Sounds about right for a Protoss, actually.
Oh, I'm being honest though. I haven't played recently on the map. Well, especially with my new builds, anyway. So I can't really comment. But who wants to intro the guys in?
Yeah, if you want to follow my view and all.
Sure, bro.
The top middle we have the purple Zerg. His name is actually Chainsaw on this, but I believe His name is actually Fade, something or other. Someone can fill us in there, I'm not sure. But anyway, on the left we have the yellow Protoss playing for 9th Legion. He's actually managed to take out 2 players so far. Some strong macro, 6 gate styles and so on. Using interesting hallucination micro as well. So it's been a good watch.
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the use of hallucination, but like it would have been better if it wasn't redundant by the fact that there was an obs there already. You know?
Yeah.
Are you laughing at the chat too?
No, I was laughing at the memory of him making a Colossi and a Phoenix hallucination when there was an observer sitting there.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's clever, but the obs.
It was very, very clever, and it was very entertaining to watch.
And a little bit unnecessary.
It was funny.
Ooh, guys.
Yeah.
It looks like
we're gonna see a
they're
Nexus
actually
first,
both
but
going to
there's
block each other's early expos, man.
yeah.
Oh,
So Zerg going for the early gas.
look,
and
actually-
an evolution chamber.
wow.
Look at that
Cancel
Evo
that
block.
for a spawning pool.
That is
See, this
great.
one is, you pay 75 and then 75 again to do this. This is hard to make it worth it. You know what I mean?
You got to catch the timing on it too, don't you? Like it's not an easy
Well,
timing
it's-
to get.
It's only a slight economic delay. I mean, he has the forge coming, and he has the pylon radius for a photon cannon.
Well, he better
I
get some
think so.
spines up because he's going to force the Protoss to get Zealots or something.
It's very unusual for him to get gas and then not really use it until now.
Mm.
But an early gas indicates that he's looking for an all-in, especially
Ooh.
considering he's not attacking that pylon.
You're right. Oh well, I mean, he wouldn't attack it anyway though, because he's got no Zerglings out, right? Or am I missing something there?
Oh, I'd probably or if it was me, hypothetically, I'd probably attack it with the drone and keep an eye on what's happening. But he spots the photon cannon going down right now,
Ooh.
so
Looks
he
like
knows
it's
what's
gonna
up. He's
get
going to have to
Kenra.
pull some drones to stop it.
Mm.
I want to see
Okay,
a
I guess he's
Nexus
just
block.
going to leave the photon cannon and make a roach warren.
Yeah, and he's got
Maybe
a
something
cannon going
like
up at
that.
his expansion as well, Adun does, to knock down that evolution chamber, allow him to get his fast nexus up. It looks like the Zerg's going to have a harder time trying to expand here than the Protoss is for sure.
Probe's
Unless he
gonna get
wants
in.
to take a kind of third far away. It looks like we might see that happen.
Probe's in the main and has seen everything, so he
So-
does now know that there could be a potential for some
Yeah,
roach
but-
shenanigans.
Look at this, man. Adun's actually playing one step ahead. Chains went to place down his third further away, but his second further away, but it's been already blocked by a pylon. He's going to have to explain, either go Massling right now. It actually looks like he's going to go straight to Roach.
Double pylon blockers are very, very actually. It's pretty common actually to see it happen.
What is happening, man? This guy is a platinum. His proxy hatch then cancelled to block his expo. He's now getting a hidden macro hatch. He went Roach Warren and then got speed on his lings.
It's gotten to that point where he's changed his text so much and changed his thoughts that it's just like he's going nowhere.
Yeah, fast.
He really has to all in from here, because every second that goes by now, he's going to be behind. So unless Adun blunders up massively and lets a Nidus in at any point between, I don't know, insert critical time here and here, I don't see the Zerg player, pulling this through.
Well, Dun knows that he's only on one base right now, so he's got 2 extra cannons down at the at that choke at the natural to try and defend whatever all in that he thinks is going to come. But there's nothing actually coming.
I'm really sad now. I really don't want to call it this early, but I really see the Zerg player not really doing anything.
Yeah, we might see him get to 8 roaches and then kind of pop some lings. It'll catch up with the roaches on the way to an attack, but by then he's probably going to have sentries, maybe even stalkers as well out. Warp
It's a
gate
very
is,
unusual game.
yeah, Warp gate is being researched.
It's been chronoed actually. It's he wants that warp gate out right now so he can see what's going on. But
I agree
it's
with
going to be a while.
I agree with Kung in the chat. This actually just is stabbing me to watch. It hurts from the
Yeah,
Zerg
man.
point of view. I
If
mean,
the Protoss loses this, it's going to be painful, but I don't... he's in such a comfortable position
can
right now.
It's like the Zerg player is expecting some sort of early pressure attack that's not actually coming, or he's hiding his roaches for some sort of massive roach bust. But unfortunately, he's going to be prepared. I mean, he's got his +1 coming, and that's going to be done before any sort of roach pressure comes.
And it's not like a Dune,
And the wall gate's almost done.
It's not like a Dune cut corners either by like not building 2 extra cannons. He has 3
And,
cannons at the front.
I'll bet I'll bet
Oh, definitely.
Oh, no, so
Definitely, he's
not
stuck to the
going.
build.
Like if he
Yeah, he's
didn't,
gonna skip
Adun
the
stuck to
natural.
the build.
if he didn't have those 3 cannons, yeah, then I'd say he'd have a chance because Adun doesn't have a like sentry out right now. But I don't know. This is gonna be painful. He could do some serious damage. I mean, that there's only the one
His
pylon.
warp gate
really
isn't going to
supporting.
finish in time.
Will be
It
interesting, man.
looks like only just. He's actually waiting for his warp gate though, as opposed to getting any units out, so he saves his chronos.
Chronoing that warp gate out, all done, but the roaches are going to push into the main.
And it looks like they're going to be able to get a gateway kill.
Well,
perhaps.
he's just going to go straight past and focus that pylon down, like I was going to say, because that's holding
Couple
most of the
roaches.
cannons up, and only the one cannon is going to be operating now. A force field going
and
down.
the force
Get
field.
another pylon up ASAP.
Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to make any sort of stalkers.
Oh my god, he's actually going to lose
No,
this.
he actually is warping in stalkers at his main,
He's
but he doesn't have any more force fields. This isn't looking good.
He's not going to be able to warp any more stalkers in at all because the Simon X core is unpowered.
The mass slings are going to run by right into the main too, go straight for the base.
This is actually unbelievable. I don't know what's happening.
No,
It's not unwinnable for Adun, but it's definitely not looking good. He has 4 gates running. He's trying to warp in as many units as possible. The Lings are catching a transfer here as the probes run back in, but are now trying
He
to
needs to
take
use
some
them.
damage.
He needs to use them as
Panic
shield.
pylon's up. Panic
No,
pylon's
that's
up, and it's
okay.
not actually going to be powering any of the tech.
Yeah, he just
The
attacked
pylon's
his own
pissed all the
nexus.
tech.
That was a click, misclick. Oh my god, he's going to.
Yeah,
look,
I
he's
think
floating
it's
so
GG
much
for
money.
Adun.
He didn't like follow it up properly with the. Oh, he's attacking his own gateway now.
Attacking his own gateway.
All
That's
the probes
unfortunate.
being pulled. G. Just, I mean, there's not much else to say. It's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, man.
He had that.
It's not so much
easily.
embarrassing than it is depressing. It is very depressing to watch this happen, even from like the Protoss standpoint.
He doesn't have many minerals left. He really needs to save those probes. But it looks like they're going to focus down cannons before they build.
If he does hold this off somehow, then he is in a clear and definite lead. I mean, nothing else will be coming except speedlings.
It's not looking good.
Needs to get some sentries up as fast as possible.
Yeah, maybe just force field. Oh my god, a zealot. That is going to do so much. Yeah.
Yeah, I think-
Oh,
Bit
And
of
the mana
BM there.
GG.
the BM.
Down goes the gate. And that is a GG from Adun.
And that's a GG.
Well played to both players. That was quite an interesting matchup. I have to say congratulations to the Zerg for taking that after such a strange playstyle.
That should not have happened like that.